The chase to the 2016 Investec Cup for ladies is underway. This week saw the Ladies Joburg Open take place at Royal Johannesburg and Kensington's West Course. This wonderful layout was once again in great condition as the country's top women golfers battled it out for the title. Leanne Pace is back in 2016 to try and make it a hat-trick of Investec Cup wins and is looking forward to the challenge.
Really nice course. I haven't played here before, but it's a nice course to play. It's interesting. There's a really good test for me in the beginning. Leaving next week for Bahamas and Florida, so it's a great warm-up for me, and it's always nice to support the tour back home. I've been working really hard in the off-season in the gym and also mentally with a new mental coach. So feeling really happy, feeling strong, just loving it out there, it's nice. I'm looking forward to travelling and doing my best.
Leanne won't have it all her own way. There'll be stiff competition from both proven winners and upcoming talent. The Sunshine Ladies Tour provides a wonderful platform for players to develop their games in a competitive professional environment. The tour continues to grow with players from around the globe coming to our shores to compete.
Really good competition this year. Everyone is playing well. There's Bertine Strauss that's making a good move in South Africa now, just coming back from college. Ashley Simon's playing great.
The second morning saw great conditions for golf over the West Course layout, but the ladies never went as low as on the opening day. Ashley Simon had fired an opening 67 on the opening day but could only manage a 71 on day 2. That left her with a 6 under par tournament total going into the final round in a share of second place. Simon was chased hard by two-time Investec Chase winner Leanne Pace. She started her campaign with a 68 and followed that up with a 70, also ending the day on 6 under par, and as always, Pace in contention on the Sunshine Ladies Tour. Young US college graduate Bertine Strauss pushed hard on day 2 to keep the experienced tour veterans on their toes. Having recently secured her LPGA playing rights, it was clear to see the talent this young lady has. Kim Williams made sure she remained in contention. Williams fired rounds of 68 and 70 to join the group on the popular score of 6 under. Nobuhle Dlamini matched Williams' rounds of 68 and 70 and was the fourth player to end the day on 6 under par. Dlamini, with European Ladies Tour experience under her belt, is looking for a good year on South African soil in 2016. But it was the young LPGA Tour rookie who finished the day one ahead of the experienced chasing pack. Bertine Strauss carded a second round 69 with 9s of 35 and 34 to take her tournament total to 7 under par. Strauss, a proud Texas college graduate, hits the ball a long way, but also possesses a very good short game. A stint on the Sunshine Ladies Tour should stand her in good stead ahead of her season on the LPGA Tour. After 2 rounds of the Ladies Joburg Open, that's how things stood. A packed leaderboard promising an exciting final round. Overnight rain meant damp conditions awaited the ladies, but as the wet weather cleared, things looked good for scoring over the Royal Johannesburg and Kensington's West Course. The contenders went through their paces ahead of their search for the title and valuable Investec Cup points. One shot off the lead, Dlamini was happy with her form over the opening rounds, but knew the West Course couldn't be taken for granted.
I must say that I'm quite happy with myself. I'm happy with my performance thus far. I had a good first round, shot 68, and yesterday I had another good round, 2 under par. Could have been better if I had putted better on the back nine, but I'm still happy with it. Golf course is not playing long, but the pin placements are really tough. But you still need to hit fairways to have good approach shots onto the greens.
Bertine Strauss in search of her first Sunshine Ladies Tour title. Playing in the penultimate group, Leanne Pace got out of the blocks quickly. A par to start, then a birdie at the par 5 second. One of 3 in a row, as she let her intentions be known early on. Strauss started with a par at the first and then holed this for birdie at 2 to move her tournament total to 8 under par. That would have settled a few nerves, particularly with Pace playing well in the group ahead of her. Sweden's Nora Anghern played good golf throughout the week at the Ladies Joburg Open. 2 rounds of level par 72, followed by a final round 70, left her in a share of 8th place on 2 under par, the highest placed international player. Ashley Simon here at the 5th hole, a par 3 measuring 111 metres. Simon level par for the day, and she would remain that way throughout the opening 8 holes, not managing to convert the birdie opportunities that came her way. Monique Smit, playing with Simon and Pace, a regular contender on the tour, shot rounds of 73, 69 and 69 to finish in a tie for 4th place on 5 under par. A good start to her year on the Sunshine Ladies Tour. Stacey Bregman opened with rounds of 71 and 73, but shook the rust off in round 3 to fire a 5 under par 67 and eventually finished the week in a tie for 4th place. Bertine Strauss, off a bogey at 4, made her way to the 5th hole on 7 under par, but got one back at the par 3. 8 under total, and a great way to bounce back off a bogey. Leanne Pace reached the 8th hole on 8 under par after a bogey at 6, but as always the Pearl Valley resident showed her class and remained on 8 under par through 8 holes of the final round at Royal Johannesburg and Kensington. Dlamini converted this effort for birdie at the 5th hole after a good tee shot, 1 under through 5 for Nabuchle and very much in the mix early on. Pace birdied the par 5 9th to move to 9 under par, a front 9 3 under 33, putting her in pole position with 9 to play. Bertine Strauss played this deft chip shot at the par 3 8th to remain on 7 under par, level for the day. She'd birdie 9 and turn 1 behind Pace. Meanwhile at 11, Ashley Simon played this wonderful approach into the par 4, resulting in a birdie and taking her to 2 under for the day, keeping the pressure on her old foe Leanne Pace. Ivana Samu played her 3rd into the par 5 15th to here and coolly converted the birdie putt to go 2 under. She picked up one more on the way in to finish in 7th on her own on 3 under par, the leading amateur. With amateurs as well as professionals competing alongside one another, the future of the game is moving in the right direction.
I think it's grown tremendously. I mean, the talent has definitely developed. Like I say, the competition is much harder this year, so I'm going to have to step it up a little bit. But it's just good to see South African golf growing, and also with Bertine now being on the LPGA, a lot of girls being on the European Tour. It's fantastic to see South African women's golf being strong. The amateurs are able to see how they can compete against the professionals and see if they want to do it, what they have to change. So they actually get a bit of an earlier start than we used to do, because we just went from amateur and flew overseas. So I think it's a fantastic thing, and yeah, just looking forward to the chase to the Investec Cup, and I'm really happy that it's tight. It's going to be a challenge.
Pace had this to save par at 11 and remain on 10 under for the week, these putts often setting leaders apart from the field, and Pace having no problems there, looking confident with all areas of her game. The Ladies Joburg Open providing great entertainment over a wonderful layout, a fitting way to start a run of events leading to the Investec Cup final, which will be played alongside the men at Millvale in March this year. As they moved to the 13th, Ashley Simon played this gem into the par 3, leading to a birdie and putting more pressure on Pace. But a double bogey at 15 ended her challenge as she finished in 3rd on her own, but expect to see more of Ashley as the chase continues. Leanne Pace had this effort for birdie at 13, but that was her 3rd straight par in a row, 1 under for the back 9, 10 for the week. As the final group reached the 13th green, Strauss had this for a birdie to move her to 9 under par, one off leader Leanne Pace. And she did so in style. Bertine looks a real prospect. At 15 now, Leanne played this 3rd into the par 5. A good effort within birdie range, but she couldn't convert and remained at 10 under. The par 5 15th was, however, kinder to Bertine Strauss, who made a birdie to follow her effort at the 13th and moved level with Pace with 3 holes to play. Pace at the par 3 16th, a tricky hole with the pin difficult to find from the tee, and it provided a few bogeys on the final day. Pace, however, made par and moved on to 17 at 10 under for the week. Strauss, however, didn't have the finish she was hoping for as she made bogey here at 16 and then made another at the 17th to give Leanne the advantage. Leanne Pace reached the 18th on 11 under par thanks to a birdie at 17. She was left with this for eagle and a grandstand finish. It was close but not to be. However, a tap-in for 12 under par put Pace beyond her rivals, and a Sunshine Ladies Tour victory was hers. Strauss dropped back to 7 under where she'd started the day. Good enough though for second on her own. A disappointing finish, but a good start nonetheless to the 2016 Ladies Chase to the Investec Cup. That's how things stacked up after 3 days of action at the Ladies Joburg Open. Leanne Pace once again be the person to beat in the 2016 series.
I really wanted to win this one before I left, so happy I did that. Going away now for 2 weeks, so the girls will win, someone else will win the next 2, but then I'm coming back and hopefully I can make it 8 in a row.
Leanne Pace once again leads the chase to 2016 Ladies Investec Cup with 720 points, but there's a lot of golf to be played between now and March. Go to sunshineladiestour.com to keep up to date with all things to do with the tour. Next we're at Houghton, but for now from Royal Johannesburg and Kensington, congratulations once again to Leanne Pace. And from the Highlights team, goodbye.